Why, hello there. My name is Sean from Sean Science Society, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing my flannel, my armor, it's because it's about to blow up. This thing right here. Science, according to the dictionary, is asking questions and doing something to find an answer. So, for this week, I had a question. What type of rocket can I build to go really, really far? And I have did something crazy for the past 3 days. I live streamed what I like to call RAT, or Rapid Assembly Testing, so I could find the perfect stuff. So what I found is that making rockets out of aluminum foil isn't the best way to make rockets, and that, you know, maybe making rockets shorter and lighter, make them go farther, and maybe having a pointier nose cone helps the rocket go farthest. So another key part in science is called a hypothesis. A hypothesis is basically your idea. Like, for instance, my hypothesis is that if I throw a rubber ball inflated with air at the concrete ground, that it's going to just stay on the ground. And if you do it a couple of times, you'd realize that it'd go boing and bounce right back up. So your hypothesis was wrong. But there are totally different types of hypotheses. This video is getting way too long already. Let's fire these rockets. My hypothesis is that the farthest one is going to be RAT6. RAT4 then going to follow behind it, and then RAT5 is going to have its fins gloriously break off in a ball of fire as it tumbles out of control. We're going to see if my scientific hypothesis is scientifically correct or not correct. Let's find out. I'm going to take the rocket, put it onto the stand, and I'm going to launch it. And I'm going to see which rocket goes the farthest. Let's start the experiment with rocket 5, which I think is going to go the least farthest. Let me pressurize this thing. Give it a couple seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 1 second, let me put my mask on. Okay, let's go. So apparently that went pretty far, and the wings did not break, if you saw it correctly. Let me realign everything and get what I think is going to be the furthest one. RAT4. Well, not the furthest one, the second furthest one. RAT4. Get on the pipe there. There we go. All nice and snug, ready for blast off. Let me launch it in 3, 2, 1. It had the perfectest little landing, and my scientific hypotheses that I was going to be the one to fall like in the middle was completely and utterly wrong. Time for rocket number 6 with its little smiley face. There we go. Let's launch it. In 5, 4. Wait, is it pointing in the right direction? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think something went wrong. I'm going to go check on it. I checked on it, and I'm going to fire it again. 3, 2, 1. Let me get all this stuff, and I'll show you my scientific findings. I have something to say. My scientific hypothesis that this one would go the furthest, this one would be the second, and this one would be last because the wings ripped off, or I mean fins ripped off, sorry. It was completely wrong. Let's start off with the last one, last place. It was RAT4. Surprisingly, when it came off, when it got launched, it did a backflip And then as you can see with the dust line, it stuck itself in the dust because nothing else was dirty but the nose is dirty. So it stuck itself into the ground, around to there at this angle. Next up, RAT6. RAT6, even though it didn't go the furthest, was surprisingly the best one. And what do I mean by that? I mean that it, out of the 3 times I fired it, because I did take all of these and did them again, was the furthest. Well, not really the furthest. It went in between. It was second place. And what I mean by that, what I mean by perfect, is it didn't go pew or pew. It went pew at such a very alarmingly sense of perfectnicity. It was completely centered through the air. I thought this thing would suck, but it went so straight through the air that its lack of power made up for it with its like inability to tumble through the air and basically go when it goes through the air. It just went meow. Okay, time for the furthest one. This one. And if you watch the live stream, which you should do, this one was the best. Well, on the live stream, I said I wanted it to be as aerodynamic as humanly possible with goofy fins. It has the goofy fins still, and it went the furthest somehow, even though, well, I guess I did design it to go the farthest out of all 3 of them. But my hypothesis that these wings, the fins, or wings, or whatever you want to call them, they're kind of too small to be called fins, or too small to be called wings, but too big to be called fins, so fins, I'm just going to call them fins. They didn't break off instantly. It actually went the furthest, surprisingly. So thank you for watching Science with Sean, the Sean Science Society YouTube channel. Thanks for checking in. Bye.